All right, guys. Good morning. Um, Breathe in and out. Um, Another day back with you, and I will try to do everything in my power to do so. Every day, I wake up, sit, and I get my guidance, and I instantly know what to do. Um, Special message, or an important one. Um, Everything is important. Everything that comes in is guided. I really want you to know that. And also, I'm never sitting here from teacher to student or anything like that. I'm not above you. I'm speaking to you. We are eye to eye. Yeah, I might have made already certain steps that you actually as well might want to take or need to take, and that, well, enables me to share and help you with that. But again, everything I'm saying is guided from experience and guidance that I'm receiving, but we're here together, equal. Topic of today, resistance. Oh man, oh man, oh man, woman, oh woman, oh woman. When you, and I always try to keep these videos as short as possible, but I also want to take my time to get it across. Sorry for the dog that's barking. Trust me. Resistance. There's so much resistance when you start to move, when you start to elevate, when you start to listen to yourself and might start doing different than the people maybe around you. I am actually gonna move. Resistance will come from all angles. It will come through people around you, and it will come through, if it's not people, thoughts. The mind is a beautiful place where, and yeah, it sounds extreme, but yeah, you can call that spiritual attacks, and you will have many when you step up. And it's worse when you have been dealing with, abusive people, and you know that I don't like the labels, but I'm using them because it's recognizable. But yeah, it's about manipulative, controlling people that think that's the way you have to go through life to get somewhere. Absolutely from a wrong place, of course. Label-wise, that could be, narcissists, psychopaths, sociopaths, and then you have personality disorders like bipolar, borderline, and clinically, there's all studies done and people with trauma, but it doesn't matter. But this is why when you're dealing with this type of abuse, as well, when you start moving and shifting, and they get notice of that, and they're quite susceptible to that and clever-minded to feel that when you do, the abuse increases and everything ramps up. Therefore, you need to move smartly. As well me, I want to be always open and transparent with everyone, but with certain people, you cannot. Don't share your information. Keep things to yourself. You need to have a safe plan as well to exit, and for you to move in a way that you can set yourself up in a way that you can become free and you can heal and you can get back to self. That's what the journey is as well is all about. Click the link in this description to join my resistance, guys. And again, I'm here with you. I'm not sitting on a chair from teacher to student. I'm living everything also in the journey I have lived and have done. Maybe I'm a little bit ahead in certain areas, but that's why I'm here, to give back, to pull you out and get you here. To the other side, and eventually it could be literally here, sitting at the riverbanks again. Happy it's not that of a sunny hot day today. But again, resistance. I'm living it, I'm experiencing it, and everything works out because it inspires me. I'm gonna give you just some examples because I'm doing this and I've dropped everything in my life to prepare the journey and the program. And yes, I have declined many options, jobs, ways to make money. Every time that was tempting, but then I was called back, and my own guidance, no, there's something else you need to do. And I'm doing it right now with you, right here. And this is actually as well, and I start accepting it more, but this is why I'm yes since September 22. Actually am asking for your support. So if you feel led to sow a seed, which is for you, which is for the journey, which is for the shift of humanity, which is my overall bigger mission, and for me to keep going even stronger, yeah, sow a seed. It doesn't matter the amount, even if it's just $1, $5 or $10. If everyone does that, yeah, it's gonna be much easier to be here every day. No distractions, no need to do different things, but yeah, I have as well things to cover in life. Eat, drink, sleep, roof, and some worldly things that I need to arrange as well. Thank you so much. It's, I mean, for you, the world, the mission, and yeah, you know, resistance. I'm gonna give you some examples. So when I started doing this, and people don't understand, but as well when you elevate and you're maybe shifting a little bit in your vibration, not needing validation of people anymore, knowing what you want to do, being focused, people start getting nervous. I have had people that, without having any information, or people that started talking, and mostly what happens is when people treat you not good and bad, or just be straightforward, bad and ugly, they don't go, rarely, but most don't go, especially if there's pride and ego involved, they don't go like, and also to other people, oh, yeah, you know, I really mistreated that guy, and that was not good, and I'm really sorry. No. When they mistreat you, and worse, and that's the thing with me, I never get angry, but I show people their behavior. I basically share the truth, but they go extra. They cannot go inside because there's pride, there's insecurity, whatever. There's facade. There could be a narcissistic injury if they're high on that spectrum. So they don't go again like, yeah, really, they don't reflect, and that was I'd be making a bad strategy for this guy and this person or whatever. No, at that moment they need to double down. They will try to find something desperately negative about you, and if they cannot find it, they're just gonna make a story about you, which they just make up in their mind. They're gonna make up false, fake lie to tell people, to plant seeds of doubt in your mind or in their mind or the people around you, and that there's something wrong with you, that they're that you might not, I mean, people telling me here that I'm not speaking the truth, and I have, you know, at some point it's become so silly, dumb, but also almost funny that I've shared everything. I've explained everything. People are not interested in that. They don't even listen. If they have something to hide themselves and they need to make you look bad so the truth does not come out, all of that stuff and truth doesn't matter. They will try to seek somewhere and find something that they can use to prove that you're the bad one, and that the real truth about them can stay hidden. This is actually as well the core of what narcissistic, if we're talking about narcissistic people, do, or highly controlling, manipulative people. But again, narcissism, bipolar, borderline, and the combinations of that. I don't like the labels. I just like to talk more about psychological, emotional, mental abuse, and people that are highly insecure, often have nothing to do, that are actually unhappy with themselves, that are bored, that want to do things but that don't know what to do. And well, especially when they see you on your purpose and you being motivated and you being happy, and maybe even you found people that you're happy with. That's what I'm experiencing as well right now. They're gonna go extra. They want to take that away. They want to destroy it. They want to break it apart. They want to pull it down, because in their own depressed state, they're like, shit, and they cannot have it right now. So they'd rather, instead of going in, like, why am I doing this? Shit, I'm jealous. Oh, fuck. Shit, I'm actually insecure. Shit, I'm actually really liking that person, but I don't know how to get there. And instead of like going to that person and saying, hey, how are you doing this? What is your magic? Show me. And so they learn and move forward with you. No, instead I want to pull it down, because then they feel a little bit better. It's so sad. You can call it even, and still I don't wish anybody bad or whatever. But for me, there's a limit, because I mean, I can handle a lot. But when it comes to when you're good with people, and I'm experiencing this right now, and that's why I'm making this video, the people around me where I'm good with, and we're actually just also working together beautifully, compatible, there's joy, there's focus, but people are trying to tear it apart. And I have something within, I cannot allow it, but yeah, you know, for me it's less. But when it comes to bothering other people and planting seeds of doubt with other people that are not so aware of what's going on, the stress they are getting from that is immense. And this is what I mean, how destructive this kind of abuse is. It's destructive to people's peace, it's destructive to people's relationships. And yeah, these type of people really literally want to break and tear these relationships apart so they can feel better. Whether they are jealous. Yes, there are people that are jealous if you're having fun, or when they see you're good together. They want to have that as well. And instead of joining in a positive way, no, they come in, and if they see you as somebody in the way, because they want to take your position instead of just joining along, yeah, they're gonna, behind your back, try to sow seeds of doubt about you, try to find something negative, to have the people that you're good with doubt you, and literally slowly start breaking the relationships like that. And literally, this is how relationships break. I have experienced it many times. I've been with people, they suddenly stop talking to me for no reason after being very good. Sorry, my arm's getting a little bit, I need to get a stand, but I'm also sitting at the river with you. Guys, I don't mind. But and then I was wondering what's going on. In the beginning I would be like, shit, what's going on, and try to find answers and go to them. But people that are being negatively influenced about you, at one point, if the seed really starts growing as well, start doubting you so much that they might not even believe you. People are very skilled, especially, and those are the most awful ones. They come around and they smile in your face, and you actually, you know, you're sharing and and but when you turn your back, the second you turn your back, they start, oh, this and that and that. I think he's lying and this and that, and there must be something wrong. And people are not there to be together. These people are there to not help. These are there to tear things apart. And they it doesn't matter what you share, how much you share, they will try to find in anything, even if the good things, they will find something, and they will try to find something negative that they can say, oh, there it is, bad. And especially the people that are insecure, and if it's highly narcissistic somebody on the scale of narcissism on the high end, yeah, that's someone that's actually inside very insecure, only knows the way of manipulation and control. If they want to be where you are or be with the people that you are with, they don't come along because they see you as in the way. They want to be the one, but because they cannot reach your level of maybe authenticity and openness and confidence that you build out of life experience and doing things that are hard, which they don't want to do. Yeah, they want you out of the way so they have free space to be there, the people, because if you are around, they feel insecure, but they don't take the time, they don't also have the courage, and sometimes they're also too lazy, they don't want to do the work to go inside, like, oh shit, I'm doing this because I'm actually insecure. Actually, I envy that person and I would like to be like them, or be able to be like them, or be as relaxed or calm or confident like them. And instead of going to the person, which everybody should do, is like, hey, how do you, what's your trick? And then you can explain. This comes from self-work. This comes from as well endless struggle and pain and dealing with highly abusive people. For instance, in my life, it started in my family system, and because I was a people pleaser, went around always seeking validation, because as a kid that was the only way to stay safe, to make sure everyone always pleasing, everyone's okay, because it could flip in any second in a way that was actually even dangerous. But going around in the world like that, yeah, you will attract the same and similar people. So I did a romantic relationship. I broke up after 1.5 years, but it took a long time. I had friendships that were fake, and in work, a boss that is highly controlling, manipulative, could be narcissistic, but I have seen and experienced it in every situation, and I went through it with trial and error, without support, which was extreme painful, but it showed me everything I needed to see about people, about when they're abusive, mentally, psychologically, emotionally, when they go through life by manipulation, by power, to control their surroundings and you. And yeah, often if it's your parents, that's how they think. They truly think they own you, and you need to actually serve them, and because they made you, and if you do something for yourself, you're selfish. Watch, if you have a feeling with your parents that you cannot really, you want to do things but you feel, oh, that's bad, well, your guidance is to do it. Watch, when you start doing it, you're gonna get ugly faces. They're gonna show you in many ways that they disprove it, and when you really step up, they're gonna do everything to actually hold you back. Guys, I have experienced it all. I'm gonna try to keep this short, 18 minutes in. But resistance, getting back to that, I had people that stopped talking to me, and then eventually, after weeks, there was finally somebody that started talking. I already said goodbye to people because the relationship, the good connection I had with people was ripped apart. And like, what went on? And there was finally somebody that came and spoke the truth. Apparently, I had been in jail. Apparently, I had been in situations where I was stabbed in the back. Yeah, I have a scar on the back, a little scar. One night we had it was some fun, some singing. I scratched my back on some wood. So, some people see you walking, they see a scar, and then they're, oh, yeah, probably. And then the story became, I was stabbed in the back or in a bad situation. I went to jail, and I started laughing. I was like, wow, is there more? But as well, immediately it sinks in, like, it's actually as well extreme. It's dangerous. It's defamation. It's slander of character. I mean, it's really a violation. Why? Because it really can get you in trouble. What people want to do, and especially abusive, and the way a narcissist describe those kind of people want to do, they want to take away your support system, especially when you have exposed them, when they know that you know the truth about them. They're gonna do everything to make sure that that truth cannot come out. And how? They want to make sure that nobody believes you. So they're gonna do everything they can to make something, a story that's negative about you. They need to find something to show. And even if it eventually becomes a complete made-up story or lie, so that other people will doubt you and not believe you when you speak the truth about them. Get it? It's a very sneaky way of manipulation. Yeah, and people that are innocent, have no clue. Yeah, they will start doubting you, and in many cases you will lose people, and it's sad. But then again, trust the universe, trust the Holy Spirit, that everything happens for a reason. When you lose people in your life, it's not meant to be. The real ones will either stay, and maybe they will fall or back off for a while because they're influenced, but the real ones will come back. But if you find the people that stay with you during all that shit and all the pressure, these insecure, jealous, envious, sometimes evil-spirited people, the pressure that they are giving as well to the people around you, those that stay with you, man, oh man, oh man, oh man, woman, oh woman, oh woman, oh woman, then you have found your people, your real friends, maybe even your family. It took me years and years and years and years. I've seen and experienced all the people that even that tried, pretended to help, but actually had different intentions about money. And people that smile in your face but go behind your back. And then people that, when it became a little bit hard, when they got pressured, as well, because I was there. People get jealous when you help someone else. That gave up. But those that stay during all that shit and pressure, call that your tropa, the real ones. And that's rare to find. There are not many of those. So treasure those. And then you really come ahead in life. But yeah, a lot of resistance comes with that at the same time. And these people will experience that as well. And then you need to be strong together, communicate, explain, not for validation but once you have the awareness, you can show people. And even now I notice they are even opening their eyes while they were like, also like, what the is going on? And yeah, in moments, they're with me, but because of all the seeds of doubt that these, I need to find a word, type of people are planting, they as well have then again questions, and a lot of repetition of the same questions. And people just, I notice that they're not listening. If they have in the mind that they don't want to believe you, but just want to find something negative to either take your position, or when you have exposed them for something bad they did to you, they just want to find something bad. So whatever you say, even if you share your whole life story and the truth and everything, they don't want to look at that, because they need to make you look bad. That's their mission, because you might have found something, and that's what I do. I just share truth, never angry. But when people mishandle, mistreat, and manipulate, or just actually abusive, I just share the behavior to just show a mirror and give it back. It's also energy-wise, and to let go, and then I move on. But yeah, then they go extra because they're afraid that the truth about them comes out, and that I'm so kind and nice person, um, well, shown to be actually fake, because they're actually not. They're gonna do anything they can to find something about you to make you look like the bad person, the bad guy. And I really, 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 really want you gone, because you make them uncomfortable. And this is what I've been experiencing here as well. I love the Philippines. I never expected it would be the Philippines. I came here because I was invited for a job when I was, well, quite young, but still dealing with my own shit. I mean, with the abusive people in my life and family and relationships, until the moment that it nearly took me out, and I finally listened and asked. I asked, and then it came through, and I listened, and it was time to let go. And I knew, because otherwise it would have. I was really getting to a point of, I think, physically as well, things bad. I could feel it inside, that would be happening, bad things, that I need to let go. And instantly when I did that, I let it go, and I was alone, because I was trying to detach already for a while. But yeah, you get the most resistance when you do, and therefore you need to have the right steps in the right order to do this safely, effectively, so you don't have to fall in all the million traps you can fall into, and you don't have to experience all the strategies they're going to use against you. And especially they're going to try to take your support away and get you in trouble, because what they want is that you actually eventually return and beg them for help, and then they can look, we're so good. Well, they have as well spread negativity about you, that there's something wrong with you, and that because you're detaching, you're actually exposing them and their bad behavior. Like, no. They have made sure that everybody thinks that you are the selfish person, and you are doing something wrong, or that there's something wrong with you mentally. I experienced it all with family. Family can be the worst if you're dealing with highly abusive family members. They will go extreme. First of all, they believe they own you. Secondly, when you start detached, they are really, there's a dog rage inside, and well, anyway. But I experienced all of it while trying to detach, until it nearly took me out, and I let go. And then when I let go, literally everything's cleared. And I let go because of the guidance I was getting. And then instantly that memory of the invite of the job in the Philippines, Manila, came back in. And this was 6 years later, or after I was invited for that job. It's like, I'm gonna do something for once, and the first time in my life, that I feel I want to do. And I gave him a ring and a call, and things flowed immediately. And I think 2-3 weeks later, I was in the Philippines. Yeah, a huge transition, a big change. I didn't necessarily like it in the beginning, but then I started feeling, this is why I already felt as a child, I'm not meant to be in the Western world system. That's not me. And I could already see and sense that there were many things wrong, and that I wanted to travel and explore, but also, no, it didn't feel right. And again, I didn't expect it to be the Philippines, but when I came here, I think after a few months were there, I felt like, okay, big difference. Everything works differently here. You learn to have a lot of patience with things. Things go slower, and I had a very intense job, but I detached from that as well later. But this started to grow, and here again, I explained in different videos, like, the life people here have nothing, and they share everything. Sometimes as well too much information, but I mean, in the West, and even the foreigners here, when I meet them, and I'm mostly with Filipinos, like, I don't remember again, so much money, but they are very reluctant to sharing and helping. And this is the problem in the West. Like, there's money, you might have money, and you might have a nice house and a car and a job, but it's so individualistic. And when you have a problem, nobody really cares, and they're easy to send therapy, and then medication, and then the pharmaceutical industry comes in, and You're not helped. You're being numbed again. And that's the system and the whole rat race. And that's the depression that's there. And that's the more people I'm speaking to that are feeling it. There are people here now that I'm happy, and this is why I'm already prophesying that there will be many more people coming to this side of the world, because people are waking up, especially after the pandemic. Watch my previous videos about it. But they are here for a few months because they're also soul searching what they want. They are sensing I'm not happy there. Tried everything. That whole system is based on manipulation and power to control you and fake. That's the illusion. You know, when you work hard, you have that job, you have that money, then you can buy that thing and that nice car, and then you will be happy. And everybody does, and then when you do, not really happy. But no, you need to do extra, and then you can buy that. And then you say, maybe I need to buy something, and you have that little dopamine. That's why so many people are unhappy and depressed, and they think it's them, that there's something wrong. And you might feel as well there's something wrong with you, while it's not you. But everybody wants to make you believe, and if you're dealing with a highly manipulative, controlling person direct in your close surroundings, they do everything to make you feel that it's you, and you lose your confidence. And this is why you need to become free first. This is why you need to be able to free yourself and stay free and recover, and then really shift into your true identity and start living according to who you are. And watch my videos, and this is what the journey is all about, and eventually step in your divine life. And yeah, it might even mean that you're gonna really detach from many things that you're gonna see that is not for you, and you're gonna try to do more what you hold inside and want to do. You might end up here as well with me, beautiful. But once you start stepping, that's when the resistance as well starts. This is why I want to end with, realize and don't give up when it starts. When you start moving a little bit differently, even if you would go and take small steps, and I'm actually writing as well a post on this, and I will try to post that later if I can finish it today. It's not about where you are to immediately jump into this. I mean, yeah, you're welcome to, but it's a gradual process. It's as well not easy to just throw everything away and detach from everything you have, especially if it's material stuff. It's insane actually how it works, that the more you have, it's actually holding you in the place that you are. It's hard to, I worked hard for that, and then you hold on to it, and then you have mortgages and all that stuff that the system binds you to exactly the spot where you are. It's time that you get more flexible, start removing things. If you feel that you want to make a shift, start small. Find moments. Don't tell people. People, when you start moving differently, is going to challenge you immediately, or if they don't understand that there's something wrong with you. But go alone. Find some moments that you're alone. Go close to nature. This is where you can breathe. This is where you will have instant ideas that you actually know, and that things that feel light and you're excited about. That's actually the very thing you need to do. It actually reminds me of something that I need to do today that I have been postponing, being dabbling about. So you see, this helps me as well. Again, I mean, I'm here with you, eye to eye. But go in nature. What might happen is that you will feel the sadness, the depressive state, the other emotions of unhappiness and frustration, or with your life and everything that you're in. Because maybe you are feeling already you're living in an invisible cage, and you are. It's an illusion where you're living in, and it's created by people that are highly manipulative and do things based on power to control. Population needs to be controlled. You need to be controlled as well for them to keep their positions. And there's a lot of crap mentality up there. The abusive people around you, the close ones, are not different, and they up there are not different from them. It's the same. And most of them got there as well by that crap mentality. And once up there, they need to keep you down. That's why there's so much difference between people in power and countries where there's a lot of poverty. Different topic for another day. but expect resistance. But when you are, and expect resistance coming from within as well, when you actually feel, when you're in nature, or you have that idea, it feels exciting, and the moment you have it, comes in, oh shit, but the people around me, their disapproval, the norms, I cannot just do that. All those limiting beliefs come up, and then you might go home and see that, accept that, it's part of resistance. And then literally once you start explaining things to people, you get more resistance. They will disapprove, they will challenge it. It's actually often something that they want to do themselves, and they don't like you doing it because they feel like, shit, actually I should as well, but they might not have the courage. Move in silence. Keep this to yourself for a while and do it more often, and you'll get more clarity about your ideas, but as well sit with your feelings and discomfort of, and it might be that you start seeing, and especially when you separate yourself, go in nature, you're going to see things like from a distance, and what we're actually doing, and this system, and this, and your body knows, and nature, that's actually where you come from. That's why you need to be closer, and you will feel, that's why you feel happier when you're in it. People, and many forget that. This is how you can start shifting, small steps, and try to find 1 or 2 times a week that you can do it, and it's gonna become addictive, and then you start see where you can make changes in your life, where you can start detaching things, or make different decisions, or change things, maybe in your work. Maybe you want to remove some materials. Maybe you have as well an urge to travel, an urge to explore, an urge to even leave. Start preparing, but move smartly, because the resistance, the moment you start moving, will not only come in, it goes extreme. Don't see that as like disapproval, oh shit, I'm doing something wrong. Recognize it, that's what I'm saying, because that's the moment you need to stay strong mentally and continue. You're right on track, and you will have haters that will not like what you're doing, because they don't understand you. Same as here, people cannot just believe and understand that I literally choose this life and the Philippines. Even if I would have a lot of money, I still am gonna want to live simply like this, in a native house, hut, close to the mountains, a river, where I can breathe, where I can think, where I can focus, where I get my inspirations, where I can connect with the universe, with the Holy Spirit, if you believe, with God. And we are nature. And in the West, it's not there. We're living in between bricks and walls. And here people have nothing and they share. And there's so much in sharing and community and being together. The togetherness, the level of togetherness here compared to the West is, there is not real together, that limited. And for certainly there's no community. And with the power of community, you can make a complete new world system where everybody has a certain role but can live in a way. I'm happy with just 2-3 meals a day, but the value of having a meal is the gratitude and the pleasure of it. It's so much. I don't need a car. I don't need the fancy stuff, fancy clothes. It's nice extra, but actually, it's not. Even it's not fun. I don't need it. I don't want it anymore, and that's the beauty of it. Once you are shifting and you get to that other side, and maybe if you eventually as well want to really shift to different area of this world, where I advise, because a lot of shit's gonna happen in the West, because you get in a different state and you don't need all that shit anymore, and that's the beauty of it. It all works hand in hand. 30 minutes in, I hope these videos, and that you watch and it resonates. But start small, don't expect the world. But if you're dealing with this type of abuse and highly manipulative, controlling people, you are stuck and you are in danger. They want to take away your support, and especially when you start making steps, actionable steps, and they notice, they're gonna go around and they're gonna try to make sure that you really get stuck and that you need to actually come back to them. They're gonna pretend to not understand that you're the bad one, that you're disrespectful for leaving, and especially if it's family. They set you up. They're gonna try to take your job away. I experienced that. They're gonna influence your friends, family to not help you by telling them there's something wrong with you. So you get stuck and you need to return to them, and then they would say, look, people, like, even they left and they try and disrespectful, and we're still allowing them back in. But then you're back, and again, they are not like, really abused this person or my son, daughter, whatever, family member. No, they're gonna maybe be nice for a while in the beginning. They're gonna play nice, but the abuse is gonna intensify. They're gonna think about how can we do this smarter and more hidden and more effective next time, so you cannot leave. That's on micro level. Then on global level, this has happened as well. Pandemic, a huge attack on population. When it started, I hope you realized when it in the beginning seemed real, but quickly became used economically, politically, that it was all a game. And actually, I made a previous video about it. Population control. Everything is based on control. But what did I want to say? Super ugly, but finally when people stood up, how quickly did it disappear, and suddenly it was gone. But they're also preparing. It's not like, oh, we really went too far, we abused the people. All the vaccination stuff, but anyway, we abuse the people, we set population up against each other, the vaccinated, that's the worst. So everybody takes their eye off the government and they're fighting with each other. That was a moment, but when people stood up, it disappeared. The power of collective, that's why I'm here. Shift humanity, but I need you here as well. But you saw how quickly the pandemic ended. And everything suddenly disappeared. They are not like, oh, we're so sorry, we won't abuse you again. Or they're thinking, how can we, and something is coming. It's like, we're actually already probably happening. Keep your eyes open, because they're like, they're not sorry. They're more like, what can we do to control, but do it more sneaky, more hidden, and more effective next time. So they're gonna double down on it, but it's gonna be more deceiving and sneaky. Keep your eyes open. Whatever you get through, and stop watching the news if you can, but whatever it's coming in, remember pandemic. Remember what they're doing. Think twice, no, think 10 times. Do some research. And you have all the reason to be skeptical. Yes, they will call you conspiracy theorist thinker. That's again manipulation, because they're afraid that the truth comes out. They need to keep a truth teller, they need to keep away, far away. That's why truth tellers get so much resistance. Now we'll get it as well in the future as well here, probably on this channel. Maybe eventually that would, need to change channels. And this is why I'm here every single day, and I'm with you, and it motivates me even more. But I'm asking as well for your support. I've postponed this for 2 years. I've developed a journey. I gave everything up. I never wanted to ask for anything, but I have been I've been guided for many times to do. I avoided it. A few days ago, I was really the past 2 weeks on a crossroad, maybe do something else on the side, but I want to create a routine to do this every day with you. I'm guided every day. Topics come in every day. I know this is my path, my purpose, my mission. With your support, I can continue even more consistent and powerful. Not only to get you through when you're dealing with this type of abuse, or for you to make a shift into changing your life, but it's about shifting humanity as well. You can take part of it, stay, be here every day. It's about to keep your eyes open. If you're dealing with this type of abuse, to really become free, click the link in the description if you want to support me. And again, don't need much, but I have also the worldly things I need to arrange, and some water and food, but I don't need much regarding that, or materials. If you want to support, whether it's $1, again, 5 or 10, or anything, what you feel you want to, and you want to take part in this mission, and you want me to continue as well what I'm doing, then I'm doing my part. Maybe you're doing your part. You're sowing a seed for yourself, for this channel, but for humanity. And this is where it started, and it started September 22, 2025. If you're with me, stay. If you want to support, there's a link in the description as well. I'm grateful, And not only grateful, it's huge. It's huge when you do that. You confirm it in the universe with the Holy Spirit. Confirm it to me. It's extra power. It's extra, well, even my ability to do this every day. And we start small. If we consistently and we do our parts to our abilities, and maybe you are busy, but you're able to support, that's your part. And then you are a big part of this. And I'm here to guide, lead, and help you through, but we're here then as well together, and you can be a founder of this shift. And it's coming from a good place. It's not going against the darkness. No, yeah, I'm shining light on it. But we're going to shift and transform from outside, from within, to step in your true identity. So you shine your light from your purpose. You might be leading, guiding people like me later, I hope. And by shining light, that's how you as well. And truth, you push darkness back in a way, and the more people do, the more eventually the darkness or disappears and actually even can transform, because there is no space anymore to do it, the manipulation, the control, because well, people are not buying it. It can be transformed. If everybody does that, there's no other way than the darkness to either flee or transform itself. And this is how we shift humanity in a beautiful way, in a divine way, in a graceful way. So whatever the darkness want to do in a nasty, ugly way, you do this from the right way, a righteous way. And yeah, sometimes you need to push back darkness to create space for yourself. And this is what needs to happen when you start detaching from your abusive people in your life. And that's what comes with boundaries. This is not to hurt or punish them. It's self-care. People and abusive people will make you feel bad for setting a boundary. But you need it for you to recover, to get to yourself, to connect. Everything in the journey, click the link, is there. You will be guided through. Now, it's intuitive, with the right steps in the right order. How to do that one time right, so you can get through and do it as fast as possible as well. It's not a race. You need to go through it in flow, 30 minutes a day, headsets in, and you're gonna be being prepared and being prepared for the next phases and steps, and eventually taking as well some uncomfortable steps, but you're gonna be setting boundaries like a king and a queen, in a way that you completely disarm these people immediately, and that you take away all their game, all their strategies, so you don't have to every time experience them and reset your boundaries, which is draining, costs years. This is why people stay stuck or fall back in the old relationships, the abusive ones, because it gets tiring and it's really stressful. Think about your health, but especially it's for us to shift faster, so you can move in, and that's the second part of the journey. And you're getting here as well a lot already on this channel, to step into your true identity, your true self, to allow yourself to uproot everything you are, because I need you there. And along this journey, I'm going to move into your purpose, but it comes step by step. If you try to find it while you're still dealing with this type of abuse, you cannot. There's too much stress, brain fog. You might have a glimpse of it, but you're not going to be able to really, or you're not going to feel. And if you do, you're going to not take action on it. Everything comes in the right phase, so trust that process. You're already going to be able to do it automatically as fast as possible by doing it the right way. But if you skip steps, if you go too fast, you're actually going to slow yourself down, because then the steps will not have effect. Then you need to go back and then when you skip steps and go too fast, it's not, don't get the effects. It's not necessarily you, it's not the program, but you went too fast, or you skipped steps and you need to go back. There are instructions on how to go through the journey, and so you can do that actually in peace, calm, without overwhelm, and through the right steps in the right order. That's why you're going to be able to do it as fast as possible. People don't have the steps, don't know. That's not your fault. But so you fall in all the traps. It sets you back, sometimes for a lifetime, with these abusive people. That's what I'm trying to take away, so you don't lose years of your life. You do it the right way, and then you can recover, because it's notorious when you need to recover from this type of abuse, in a way as well, with ongoing progress, without being pulled back, without being continue to experience this type of abuse in different ways, which they will if you don't do this right, and it will happen. And then you can step in your identity and in your divine life in flow, and You don't lose years of your life, but actually gain years back living your authentic life. I'm gonna end this video. It's 49 minutes in. I'd love to continue. I'm here with you every day. Keep me going. If you feel that, sow a seed. Oh, can't wait to meet you all. Maybe one day we'll have a collective. We'll organize something to gather. I don't know. But I love to meet you, but mostly to see you smile and shine. Stay strong, keep your eyes open, stay here. You know what to do. Bye-bye.